And that's where that's that idea too. Is like it's not wrong to have a job while you pursue what you love. You know, I think it's like quote. It's like what you do from 9 to 5 is your job, but what you do the rest of the time is how you make your living. You know, it's how you spend your time and your passions and when you're out saying hello to people. You know, you never know what a hell it holds. All it takes is one person to be like, yo, I actually need that service. I need that or I want that.
And people honestly, like when it comes to you and your performance, I don't even think people say I need this. I think they discover it.
Yeah.
I think they discover it and they say, oh shit, I've been missing this. Why doesn't my life incorporate more joy? More instant, easy joy. Like a lot of times joy is like worked for. Like you go to a movie, you sit out and you expect to be entertained. You go to a concert, you expect to be entertained. With you, it's very spontaneous. It's very unexpected. And I think that's one of the biggest appeals in my opinion.
It's the idea of supply and demand. I create the demand and then I provide the supply. like
goddamn, entrepreneur, magician, fucking entertainer, comedian.
Like tell me right now, everyone wants a firewall and a mirror.
I actually would love a firewall.
I want that shit for work. I want to use that shit in meetings. So they're like, Carl, you've been late 3 times. I'm just like, what was y'all talking about?
And for $75.
The price keeps going up. $74.99 using the promo code Skitbags.
Yes. And we're giving some away. Yes. Ooh, I have fun from there.
What made you want to be a magician?
Well,
how long ago was it?
Well, today is Sunday, right? So let me think. Saturday, Friday, I skipped Thursday.
It's like 3 weeks.
About 7 years now. I've been doing it full time. I've been doing it for like 8
Damn,
years.
that means
so
we
when
met
did you
like
start,
right when you were
start training for it?
So when I was a senior in high school, I was trying to press a girl on a date for Valentine's Day. I went on YouTube.
This is the best story.
Yeah. I went on YouTube and all these really cool tricks. Then I got called in at work and I never went on that date. But I kept the tricks.
Nice.
Life doesn't happen to you; it happens for you. I was devastated, but I look back and I'm like, man, if it wasn't for that moment, I wouldn't have got into it. But the weird thing is, I look back at life and I see all these signs pointing to being a magician, and I didn't realize that until I was already doing it. It's like the dots connect when you look back. But I was gonna say a little bit about college now. So when I was in college, I took classes that helped magic. So what I mean by that, I took all the public speaking classes. I knew I didn't know, I knew I was not there for a degree, so I had the bright futures. I was getting paid to go to college, so I might as well take the classes. And I took the classes in psychology, philosophy, storytelling, all the things that I was able to. There's a story with Steve Jobs when he dropped in. I don't know if you guys know about it.
Tell it. Tell it for our listeners.
Before he was into computing, he was at a school that had the best calligraphy course. And he wasn't enrolled. It wasn't for his degree. Had no relevance in his life. He would just drop in. He was just extremely interested in calligraphy. And like I said, had no idea the relevance. Well, a few years later, when he got into computing, he was able to apply the study of handwriting from his calligraphy course to make the first fonts that we're also used to. Now, he's the one who says the dots connect looking back, never looking forward. It's one of those things when you do something you love and we look back on it, it all makes sense. All the things fall in place. So it's one of those things, find what you love and just run with it. Run as far as you can with it.
So you have any words of wisdom or experience for the up and coming kid that in this episode or past experience has been inspired by you or another and getting into the magic? And I really like y'all's Thomas and Carl's question about how did you deal with your family? How does that because that's real. Aside from the logistics of how do I get into this as a career, because that's important in and of itself. How do you start this process? But more importantly, how do you deal with your own life? All that.
It's to be expected that it's not going to be easy. It's because it's a leap of faith. A wise man once said, "Leap and the net will appear." He's dead now.
Right?
Still really good advice.
I said fucking stand-up comic and magician over here. God damn.
It's one of those things, so it is an uncomfortable thing, but so my little story is I worked at a warehouse a mile from my house. I was getting 10 an hour, 40 hours a week for an 18-year-old, epic money, The manager was so nice, it was so easy. But I was seeing so much of the same stuff different day that I was getting a little tired of it. And without any reason, I took a leap of faith and I quit the job without any side of a landing pad. Well, it just so happened 2 days later, trying to get my girlfriend at the time a job at Buffalo Wild Wings, I met the server who brought me to the manager, who got me hired every Friday and Saturday doing magic for 3 hours a night. And it's that leap of faith. I didn't see the landing pad. I just jumped and there it was. And once my parents saw that, they kind of just started readjusting their old school ways of thinking and really started to trust me in a sense, and let me spread my wings. And because if you try to shelter someone too much, their wings can't spread, and that's why they fall.
Nice.
It's letting that parachute open up fully. And you gotta trust it sometimes.
Shout out to your parents on that.
Yeah, for
one.
real.
Yeah, they're good parents, man. Because
They're
most
the
parents
most
aren't very
supportive.
open-minded. You know what I mean? You tell them, I want to be a rapper or an actor, or I want to be a theatrical dancer. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, you're gonna make money
Like,
doing
great.
that.
Yo, great.